In this video of ERIC database, I'm going to be changing my search strategy a little bit and my focus. I'm going to be changing from looking for inquiry-based learning and leadership to just inquiry-based learning. I really want to get my head around how to orchestrate inquiry-based learning into my classroom, how to really get my kids into the idea that they can choose what they're going to research. They can choose what they're going to look for instead of having it force-fed to them by myself as a teacher. I really want to look at a way of changing myself from a teacher into a facilitator of information. So what I'm going to be looking for is just inquiry through a keyword, and then I'm actually going to show you guys what looking for inquiry through the thesaurus descriptors is going to do for my search and how it helps narrow it down. So I've looked for inquiry as a keyword. We can see it's brought up 20,885 results up here, and I've already used this orchestrating word before, and that's because this first resource is a brilliant resource in helping me really set up my ILA and really move it in a certain direction that I want. You can find that in my bibliography if you're interested in it. I recommend it highly. But you can see that it's brought up 20,000 results, and that's because it's searching for inquiry, not only um, in the abstract, but in the full text. So every time inquiry showed up in a text, it's going to bring that up in my term. So 20,000 is a large result, and inquiry is obviously a very um, common term. So I'm actually going to show, we can see here that it says 7,544 in the thesaurus descriptor. So that means there's 7,544 results that are just in this descriptor. So I'm going to actually click that, and you can see that orchestrating inquiry learning is still at the top as it should, but it's actually lowered my search pattern by a lot. But the difference, if we look down as I look down these different results, is that it's actually looking up a lot of science again, like anything. So we're gonna throw not science into my search pattern, and that's dropped it by half again. So make it 3,662. You'll notice that it actually dropped that orchestrating leadership qualities paper, and that's fine because that was to do with science as a little bit, but it also taught me a lot about the methodologies. So I'm going to then actually look at the age group that I want to look at. So I'm teaching a grade 6-7 class, and I'm going to be teaching them how to be lifelong learners. So I don't really want techniques to help me teach high school students or year 11, 12s because they have a lot of different experiences about researching, and so they're going to be able to skip a few steps that I would want to do with my year 6-7s when I start. So we can go down here actually and look at this education level, and I'm going to click elementary education. You can view more. I'm going to click elementary education because that is really the age group I'm looking for. I could go down to primary education, but primary and elementary are very similar, and elementary is just the American term of using it. So I'm going to click elementary, and that's dropped me down to 441. And we've got the practice of inquiry, a pedagogical sweet spot for digital literacy. So digital literacy is also a key part of my search because of the way in which want to use technology so much in my spot. We can also see that we could have dropped it to grade 6, which drops me down to 30 results. So we can see that using these thesaurus descriptors, we are really able to drop down our results searches and really narrow our focus. And I've got this administrative support and curricular challenges, which is to do with sustaining inquiry in school, which is something that I'd want to be able to do, sustain this inquiry process throughout my students all the way up through high school. So that's looking through ERIC databases.